Ain't found a way to kill me yet. Eyes burn with stinging sweat. Wait, what's the rest of the lines there? No, wait, hold on. No, I'm going somewhere with this. Every path leads me to nowhere. Guys, do you know Rooster by Alice in Chains? That's what I was listening to before this live stream. Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bulldog, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment, and make sure you click that bell icon for all notifications and to ensure I never start the top of a live stream with karaoke again. Now, the nice thing with karaoke is that you have the words up on the prompt to help you so you don't fuck up like I just did. Guys, want a little engagement, need a little engagement. This channel is the most value. I actually feel extremely confident making this assertion. This is the most value-added channel per subscriber count. Meaning, I add the most value to the community per subscriber. Now, digested in a similar and different way, based on the low number of subscribers I have, I think I have add a ton of value to the community. Guys, it's good to be in here. Did not think I'd be doing a live stream today. It's been a busy day. There may be a day or two this week where I'm unable to do the live stream, but wanted to drag my ass out here to at least update everybody on the market because one of the things that I was, and I hope everyone had a nice weekend, one of the things that I hit on when I did the live stream on Thursday last week was that one of the most beneficial things you could do, and I know my community, I have a very smart community, is to not pay attention to the clickbait out there. I'll give you an example. There is a very prominent channel out there, and again, I keep the pulse on channels, whether I respect certain content creators or not, but there were thumbnails over the weekend and on Friday that were like sheer fear. And then today you wake up and there's the thumbnail in the opposite direction that you should be exhibiting greed and buying everything. Guys, again, a lot of these content creators prey on your emotions so that you click on their content, right? You're not going to find that here. I'm just going to be very transparent and honest with you in terms of what I'm seeing in the markets. And, you know, I had posted this out earlier today that nothing has changed. Now, this isn't the most exciting post, okay? It's not the most eye-grabbing post, but the whole point of this is I painted out relative expectations back in September of 2023. This was the general expectation. You can see the green bars here and the general trajectory of price. Nothing has changed. The price has been following that trajectory. We're consolidating in this blue box right here. There's nothing to be worried about. And I'm going to go through a few charts here and kind of spell out what's going on and what has developed since last Thursday. But really the name of the game is staying in it at this point and making sure you're not succumbing to the volatility that you're going to see day to day. You know, one of the things that myself as an actuary am very familiar with is the term volatility. You know, I work in the, I'm not sure if you know this, at the moment I work in the group life space. And I've been in the group life insurance business for, oh my God, since 2011, I think. So I've been in the group life and group AD&D, which is accidental death and dismemberment. I've been in this space assessing our pricing strategy to ensure profitability for those lines for 13 years, okay? And one of the key premises in life insurance, and especially accidental death and dismemberment insurance, it's a very low frequency product, and so that results in a high degree of volatility. I'll give you an example. When you're assessing life results throughout the year, and this ties into crypto, stay with me. When you're assessing life results, in fact, I was having a conversation earlier today about this, and we're assessing whether or not some of the adverse mortality that we've been seeing in the term life insurance space driven by some substandard mortality that we've seen outside of COVID-specific coded claims. There's certainly been adverse mortality out that everybody's trying to figure out what it is and keeping an eye on. But one of the things that we're attempting to convey to everyone outside of actuarial is how the emerging experience is looking currently and then moving forward, right, for the year in 2024. Well, we have our first quarter of information, but the first quarter of information, and I'm not going to get into all the technicalities, it's not complete. It's not complete. We have to allow something called claims run out, right? Claims they get incurred one day, reported, and then paid out. So you have to allow for that lag to kind of complete out. So we need a few more months to give an opinion on the first quarter. But guess what? The first quarter is only 3 months. We could have 3 months of life experience that looks great, and then April and May could come in and look shitty. It's called volatility. So the same thing is playing out in the crypto space right now. There is a lot of, when you get into the granularity of the results, the price data within a lot of these charts, it's extremely volatile, especially as you begin to decrease the market cap of said asset that you're evaluating, the volatility increases. So there is an inverse relationship which exists between market capitalization, the market cap of your asset, and the volatility inherent in that asset. This is why, as volatile as Bitcoin can be, because the market cap is up here, it's very high relative to the rest of crypto, the volatility on a weighted average base, if you're comparing it to the rest of the crypto industry, it's down here, right? If we looked at something like a Digibyte, okay, to all my Digibyte fans out there, fellow Digibyte community members, the Digibyte market capitalization rate or value, market capitalization, sorry, my head's all over the place. It's been a long day. When the Digibyte market cap is way down here, so its volatility is way up here, right? So you're seeing a lot of that volatility playing out right now. Now, the other thing that you can do to curb your view on volatility is to zoom out, right? So great example is if you looked at a total 2 chart and you zoomed in like this. Well, I mean, if we zoomed in on a day, we're seeing a lot of chopping around here, right? But when you zoom out on a 2-week view, look at how that chop gets reduced, right? You don't see the chop. In fact, when you zoom out on a 2-week view, what do you see? I personally see a tremendous amount of increase in value in the total market capitalization from 1 trillion all the way up to nearly 3 trillion, and now we're just consolidating, right? Same premise that I threw at my parents when the S&P was going through its downturn in August of last year. I said, guys, you got to zoom out. We've had an upwards trajectory, straight up trajectory for many months, okay? A 20% pullback or a 10, 15% pullback is nothing, right? You're just getting caught up in all this day-to-day because you refuse to turn off Fox News. It's playing endlessly I have no idea how my parents play Fox News every day in their house. Drives me fucking nuts when I go home. I have no idea. Let's see who's in the comments today. Rory, good to see you. Where art thou, bull god? What's up, Jorge? Casper is the most bullish altcoin. Casper has been pretty shitty, my friend. It's been pretty shitty. I am telling you something bullish at the moment. Hugo's good to see you. Todd, man, I appreciate the support. Yes, thumbs up helps a lot. Don't use leverage or you'll get wrecked. That is correct. Frankie, welcome in. Super chats are never expected. Always appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. Black Oil is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. I am surprised my energy levels are this high right now, which is a different story I will share for another day once I give an update on my thyroid surgery and my recovery since then. I plan to do a 6-month update, which puts us in May, which is great because I'm having my hopefully last procedure done this week, which I'm looking forward to. But fun fact, I will tell you this. I've been off my thyroid medication for over 2 weeks at this point. Not a fun time. Not a fun time for CBG. Not a fun time. So that's kind of some of the struggles going on behind the scenes. But anyway, so I'm amazed I have this much energy right now because my TSH levels are pretty fucked up at the moment. All right. So what I'd like to do is I would like to get into the charts. I continue to astonish my endocrinologist. He doesn't understand how I have this much energy with having TSH levels that are so out of whack at the moment. It's like, how the fuck do you have all this energy? So here's what's going on. Here's what's going on at the moment within Bitcoin, okay? This is literally what's going on. We are ranging essentially, mainly in between here. So this region here is between 62 and 72. Bitcoin is trying to decide what it wants to do in the shorter term, right? That's all that's going, and we're chipping and chopping. Now, during all these moves, what you are witnessing in your altcoin market is as Bitcoin decides to make some sort of a stronger move down, it's not a dump, guys. If you're listening to people telling you price is dumping, you need to tune off that channel, okay? Just a suggestion. Just like increasing from here to here is nothing, anyone telling you that's a meteoric pump, you might want to tune off the channel, right? But these little moves here that are going from 72 down to 64 or 64, 65, back up to 72, these moves are causing larger, your altcoins are a lot more sensitive, right? The thing I would also pay attention to, this is, I heard something recently on one of the channels that is true, and I may have hit on this in the past, but I'm not sure how often I've hit on it, maybe not frequently enough. When you do get these downturns, shorter term downturns in the market, it does provide you with the ability to reshuffle your portfolio if you feel the need to, right? So if you have felt quote unquote stuck in something that has not been performing well, I don't know, let's say that you're looking at the Casper chart and you're like, this chart looks abysmal. You look at the Bitcoin pairing on Casper and you're like, this thing looks abysmal. It gives you an opportunity to reshuffle your asset allocation into the stronger performers, right? Because one of the key things I know that I've hit on is there's no reason that your asset has to go up. Just because you're holding a laggard, it does not mean... Don't make the mistake, okay? Your laggard does not have to what do I want to say? Your laggard does not necessarily have to outperform an asset in your portfolio that's been performing really well, right? In fact, that's actually a really bad frame of mind to have. Your strongest performers in your portfolio are the ones where you should be more heavily allocated, in my educated opinion, not financial advice. Because those stronger performers are showing you something. They've demonstrated factual price data that has outperformed the rest of your portfolio. Why would you not want to have a larger percentage of your portfolio in that asset versus having just hope that another chart is going to turn around, right? We don't have hope. We don't do hope with investing our hard-earned money that we work so hard for, right? What we want to do is we want to be very wise and intelligent and prudent and invest our assets in a way that is diligent. And how do you exercise diligence when investing? Well, one of the ways is by ensuring that the greatest percentage of your asset allocation are in the assets that are performing well. I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer, but some people, they don't think that way, right? So something to consider. So that's what Bitcoin is doing on the short term. Bitcoin dominance, okay? And again, this is a red line until this candlestick prints. This is a weekly chart. So this was an area of price confluence here. Right up here around 55%. Guys, thumbs up. Need a little more engagement. Need a little more love. This is how I am graded within the YouTube algorithm. YouTube hates me if I get no engagement. If you give me some engagement, I get a little love from the community. Spreads out that knowledge and wealth. Right now, we've broken above 55%. We'll see if we can hold that area. But until this candlestick prints, which is our confirming candlestick, this is going to stay red for now. It's all about breaking this downward area of resistance. Now, not surprisingly, if you've been paying attention to what I was saying, and I was looking at this earlier, look what the RSI did. Did I not say, similar notion as you would see on price data, it's the same thing you're seeing on the RSI. We keep hitting on these key concepts. You can see this was an area of support, right? And I said, once we broke down, chances are, like here, we tried to get above it, couldn't get above it. Up here, we perfectly touched it, couldn't get above it. I believe that is going to continue to play out. There's going to continue to be weakness here expressed in the relative strength index, even though the Bitcoin dominance is moving up, meaning Bitcoin is continuing to grab a larger share of the market. This is going to break down at some point. It's just a matter of when. Could it be next week? Could it be 2 weeks from now? Could it be 4 weeks from now? I don't know, man. I'm not Nostradamus. But what we can do is we can be patient, zoom out on these higher time frames, and look for the key signal or signals that are telling us that we're seeing a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. Now, the key signal I'm going to be looking for is breaking this ascending line. Similar to the RSI that we just looked at, once we begin to break down below this line that is now providing support at the moment, it's going to act as resistance. Okay, so we're going to break down below here. More than likely, we're going to see some sort of a rise up to try to get above it, and we're going to continue plummeting. I believe that the Bitcoin dominance is going to be going significantly lower, potentially setting new all-time lows, and that's what's going to coincide with all of your altcoins running. If we take a look at the Pi cycle here, you can see right now, similar to before, just kind of eyeing the Pi cycle, you know, what you want to see beyond the obvious, which is the slow period moving average touching that fast period moving average line where they make out and kiss. That's telling you with relative fashion where we're topping at, historically speaking. The other nice thing that you like to see here is not only is price up here, but notice how both moving average lines are ascending in value, right? That's what you want to see. Now, in times past when we've gotten that, you can see it here. We ran into a problem here. This was an overshoot. That one is not a qualifying event. Here, we ran into back in, what was this, 2017. We ran into some problems here, and then eventually overshot it. So we're waiting on this Pi cycle to see once we get, the signal for me on the Pi cycle to know that things are beginning to really heat up is once we start punching back above the fast period moving average. Now, keep in mind, this is a real-time indicator, okay? It's a moving average. So it's a line plotted on a chart that is recalculated as price data continues to evolve within the chart, okay? And right now it's sitting at 77,000, right? So once we really start pushing up towards 80,000, things are going to start to get very interesting. Again, weekly, nothing has changed. Is there anything concerning on the price indicators? Okay, so one thing I am going to be watching for. Now, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this RSI dip too much lower. We're on the weekly here. This is sitting at 68. Now, the important thing to keep in mind, this is a weekly candlestick, okay? So how much price data do we actually have so far? Well, we have today's candlestick because this literally just started today. So we still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to print. So what I'd like to see from the relative strength index on the RSI for Bitcoin, I'd really like to see it stay above 70 because historically, once you're at 70 and you stay above 70, we've spoken about this in the past, on the weekly view for Bitcoin, that's when you see the strongest impulsive moves up. I really don't want to see us print something well below 60. If we print at 68 or 69, is it concerning to me? No, it's not concerning. But if we start printing something in the mid to low 60s, then I would be a little bit concerned about that. So something to keep an eye on. Stochastic RSI, I want to see this thing start to flip. We're well above 20, which is good to see, but we did have a negative cross down. And then if we evaluate this MACD, you can see here, for instance, I tried to caution everyone here from making too many observations or key takeaways from this. Remember, we were back here, if you've been on the live stream for a while, and I said, guys, there is no one indicator that tells you with conviction absolutely what's going to happen in this market. You would think I just took an energy drink or I'm on speed before this live stream. I really don't know how I have this much energy. The problem is going live at this hour. I need to unwind and make sure that I can actually fall asleep tonight because CBG goes to bed early and wakes up early. And because my TSH levels are so fucking low right now, or high, excuse me, I need all the sleep I can get. It helps me. So what I had indicated back here is that we needed to watch this MACD, but if we had a little bit of a negative cross here, it's a lot different than having some sort of a substantial cross where you have a sharp decline, right? Same here. Maybe we sort of fool around, okay? So many inappropriate thoughts going through my head. Maybe we fool around, okay, and we act like we want to cross down and maybe we get a slight negative cross and pull back up. That's a lot different than just having a straight downward drop in the MACD. And that would only happen, that sort of a negative reaction on the MACD would only happen if we got some sort of a material drop in price from here. If we started to dip into the mid to low $50,000 range, which I'm not expecting. If we get into the total cryptocurrency market cap and we zoom out on the 2-week, just looking at the 2-week, maybe we'll zoom out in a higher time frame. Again, now the thing is, when you zoom out on this type of a time frame, what is there to be concerned about? The thing I like about this view is that this 2-week candlestick, this prints on Monday, actually. So we have the entire week to shape the formation of this candlestick. From a bullish perspective, what you want to see, it's more bullish the less red there is in this candlestick, right? So it would, in my opinion, I think the most bullish scenario for this 2-week candlestick, which implies the most bullish scenario for the entire cryptocurrency market to close out this coming week, which is going to close this candlestick, this corresponding candlestick, we close right around 2.4 trillion, okay? If we can close right around 2.4 trillion, you can see based on these wicks, we've hit it here a few times and it's acting as support. Now at that point, I really don't want to wick into this region again because you know that I've spoken to the fact that past 3 times, once you begin wicking too many times into an area, that area of support begins to weaken, just like an area of resistance begins to break down upon multiple hits. Great example is this area right here at about 2.6. I suspect that next time you see the cryptocurrency market cap, okay, note this down, CBG prediction. The next time you see the market cap, I'll mark it here. We're going to have fun with this. Let's see if this plays out. The next time you see the entire market cap of the cryptocurrency space, I'll call it 2.6 trillion, okay? The next time you see it at 2.6 trillion, we're not looking back and we're moving higher. All right, we're moving higher up towards 2.8 to 3 trillion and above. 3 trillion is our all-time high, right? So you heard it here first. I don't think there's anyone else out there saying it. The next time the entire cryptocurrency market cap hits 2.6 trillion, we're not looking back. We're going to 3 trillion and above. Mark that down on your, I don't know where the hell you want to mark it down, but mark it down, all right? That's my official prediction. Total 3, again, we're just seeing a high degree of volatility here. Now, Total 3 as a refresher is looking at that entire market cap, but now we're removing the 2 biggest players in the space, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum. You got Bitcoin, your king crypto. You have Ethereum, which is a king altcoin, right? So we're stripping those out. We're asking how the rest of the altcoin market looked or looks. Guys, if you've been here for a while, I remember this was a monumental moment here where what I had indicated to you at that time, I feel 99% confident this is what I said. When we broke out of here, I said, do not expect necessarily for us to shoot straight up, okay? Because we were heeing and hauling around here. God, I show my age sometime. Heeing and hauling around? Who the hell says that? We're heeing and hauling around here, and I said it's very common when you break a prior area of descending resistance, what do we like to do? We like to back test it, which we did here. I told everybody to chill and relax, like Aaron Rodgers said many years ago, RELAX, relax. We use it as a springboard and move up. That's the most bullish scenario that often happens, and that's exactly what we did. Now, right now, what's happening is we're simply just getting volatility. We're going to have to wait to see how this candlestick closes. You know, the other thing I wanted to hit on before we get to others, one other thing I wanted to hit on here, I want to show you how undervalued altcoins are with one basic tool and measurement. Now, this is Bitcoin on the weekly. We just looked at this, right? I want us to look at the fib retracement here. As you can see, we knocked out every fib retracement and have created all-time highs up towards this 1.05 extension, okay? If we go to the total cryptocurrency market cap and we assess, by the way, I would also point out on this 2-week chart what also is very bullish. Look at how the 20 simple moving average has crossed above the 50 simple moving average. Not only that, but both moving averages are moving up. Very key important concept that you guys should note mentally or write down. If you take notes, I'd be very impressed. If I really educate you that much that you write down notes, I would be impressed with that. It's not just about a lower moving average crossing above a higher time frame moving average that's bullish. That's not, you're missing one key conceptual item there, fundamental item. Both moving averages need to be trending in the up position, right? It's a lot different if the 50 was curving down, okay, versus up. Now, in terms of a fib retracement level here, what this is telling us on total, we've gotten above the 0.786 fib retracement level. I mean, the 0.618 and the 0.786 are your key levels. Now, if we go to total 3, how high have we gotten? Well, you can see we've only hit the 702. We haven't even gotten up to the 786. What is that telling you? That's telling you once you remove Bitcoin and you look at all the altcoins, we haven't retraced, we haven't gotten up to higher retracement levels. There's a lot more upside. Now, let's take it a step further. If we go to others, others is removing the top 10. So if we go to the top 10, and excuse me, total 3 is Bitcoin and Ethereum. My apologies. So again, when we compare total to total 3, the distinction there is if we strip out Ethereum and Bitcoin, we're saying the rest of the altcoin market hasn't even retraced up to the 786. There's more room to run to the upside, in other words. Now, if we... What the hell? Didn't mean to do that. Remove. Now, if we go to others, this is excluding the top 10. Oh, we've actually gone higher. It surprises me, actually. That was not what I was expecting to see. Regardless, when you remove, here's the key takeaway. Whether you're looking at others or you're looking at the total 3 market cap, the key takeaway is whatever altcoin perspective you're taking, including top 10, removing top 10, it's telling you that we have not increased in value to a higher retracement level than Bitcoin has seen. In fact, Bitcoin has reached an all-time high. Altcoins have a lot of catch-up. And that catch-up, not catch-up the food, which are very good with truffle fries. I haven't had truffle fries in a long time. I could go for some truffle fries. I think once I get my metabolism in check, I'm just going to go out and splurge and just get some truffle fries, have myself a burger, of course, turkey burger. I don't eat red meat. The thing that'll coincide once those altcoins start running, that's when you're going to see this Bitcoin dominance break down. Guys, just stay patient. There's nothing that has changed. And again, that's why it's just so helpful to zoom out and not pay attention to this day-to-day volatility. Last key concept, I'll quickly jump to the comments, and then we're going to be back here tomorrow to take your TA questions. Last key concept. Just as you're seeing, and it's very important that you understand this, please do not walk away from this live stream not listening to what I'm about to tell you. And as I see 20 people tune out. Actually, one person just did tune out. That's hilarious. Key concept. Just as you're seeing a higher degree of volatility, people think for some reason volatility implies something negative. That's not necessarily the case. Volatility works in both directions, to the upside and to the downside, okay? Just as you're seeing a higher degree of volatility in your altcoins as Bitcoin has corrected, and we're seeing, CASP is down 15%, 12%, you're going to see a higher degree of volatility to the upside as things begin to resume their movement up. As you see Bitcoin make that huge 10, 15% move in a single day, eventually that greed and euphoria is going to flood into the altcoin market. You're going to see that volatility expressed by 50, 60, 70, 80, 130% moves in one day in altcoins. Okay, this is just using history as a precedent for what we can anticipate to occur in the relative short time frame here. Again, if you have not been here long, guys, and again, this is why I didn't bat an eye at any of the price movements. In fact, my brother and I were texting about something completely unrelated to this, and I said, by the way, if you're worried about any of the price movements you saw this weekend. I hope you're not, because, I mean, just to let you know, nothing has changed. Why I don't bat an eye. Nothing high time frame has changed. And I also know from being here for a long period of time, things change just like that. How many times on this live stream, whatever it was, when I used to do the monthly close, weekly close, whatever the hell live streams I used to do, I hit on a lot of key concepts that over and over and over I try to hammer into your head, right? One key concept is just like this. The market narrative changes, price action changes, okay? It would not surprise me, just mark my words, it would not surprise me, today is the 15th, it would not surprise me by the week of maybe the 29th, hell, maybe even next week, for us to see Bitcoin starting to break above $74,000. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. And that's only a week or two from now. And then the entire sentiment of the market shifts in a week or two. There is no other market where you see this volatility and emotional shift and how quickly things change on a dime. Believe me, the same thing's going to happen at peak euphoria. Just as everyone thinks that nothing can go down and it's only going up, there will be news narratives, and of course we know that it's all in the charts, and the charts drive the news and not the other way around. But there will be news narratives that result in a plummeting in value in crypto. I don't want to start talking about that because I want to enjoy the ride up, but it will happen, and it's important that you understand that. So as much as your portfolio might be down, I'm looking at my portfolio and I'm like, oh, I'm down this much. What I realize is, that's temporary. That shit's going to be going much higher in the coming weeks. So I'm not batting an eye whatsoever. And I think if I'd done a good job educating you and keeping you informed as to why that is the case over the course of these past many, many months, if you've tuned in, you should feel the same. You should have a deep level of conviction and excitement about what is most likely, not certain, but what is most likely in the coming months here. So I'll very quickly look at your comments. We're going to call it a day, and I'm going to be back here tomorrow. I don't know what time. Hopefully tomorrow I will be back here at normal time. I don't think I have anything going on towards the end of the day. Wednesday's a little kind of up in the air, but tomorrow I will be back here for your TA questions. So let's see who else dropped in. Frankie, good to see you. Oh, no, I said hi to you already. You were here. Greg, we can take a look at that tomorrow. I'd be happy to take a look at it. DT, top of the morning to you, my friend. Hope you're having a nice morning with the kids and a cup of black coffee there. I don't know, man. I don't know where this energy came from. I really don't. I expected to be a little wiped out by now. I got decent sleep last night, but not great sleep. Alex, very nice to see you in the live stream. Steady, what's up, my friend? And Evan, yeah, dude, Florida weather lately has been beautiful. I took several days, opportunities to go to the beach last week. It's why I got the nice complexion. Did go to the beach a few days last week. Unwind, get away from the computer. It felt great. But hey, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm hoping the high time frame perspectives gives you a peace of mind and you feel less and less and less of a need to tune into that content that's feeding on those emotions and just pulling them back and forth. Oh, we're bullish. Oh, we're bearish. Oh, we're bullish. No, we're fucking bullish, guys. Just chill out, relax. And again, I would not be surprised within a week or two if we're busting a nut above $74,000. You heard it here first. So until next time, let's all spread awareness and let's carry the education forward. I will see you back here tomorrow to answer your TA questions. Cheers, everybody. Take care.